The second semifinal, I picked the Georgia game correctly. I did not pick the Alabama-Clemson game correctly. I thought Clemson would win that game. Just dominance. It was just dominance by Alabama.
Yeah.
Defensively, mostly.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like, Clemson's had a great offense, and they held them to 6 points. And, I mean, Kelly Bryant didn't even look like he wanted to go back out on the field after a while.
True.
Yeah.
And he was just getting hit, and everything he would throw was getting tipped up to a pick. That's what Alabama does, though. This is what Alabama looked like Alabama of last year, where their defense would just score, and then they would just make big play after big play that would just deplete the other team.
Yeah, I feel like that was classic Crimson Tide football. Just a dominant defensive effort. Like Dabo Swinney said as they were walking into halftime, it gave me hope. I was pulling for Clemson, and Dad was like, look, we couldn't have played worse, and we're still in this. And then they were driving in the second half, and that pick. That was all she wrote.
That was the third quarter. I mean, they come out in the third quarter and got a turnover. I believe like the first or second play of the game. Kicked a field goal. Yeah, but that pick, I believe at the end of the third, maybe the beginning of the fourth quarter was the real dagger.
Yeah.
Kelly Bryant completed 18 passes, and he averaged 3.4 yards per completion. He went 18 for 36 for 124 yards. His QBR was 7.2.
Jeez. My biggest beef with Clemson's game plan is they're just going east and west on Bama. You cannot go east and west on Bama. I know it's hard to go north and south against Bama, but that's the only way. You just got to grind them. You got to wear them down. I mean, it took a superhero effort from Deshaun Watson last year to beat him.
Yeah, it was almost like people were surprised that Kelly Bryant was not Deshaun Watson.
Yeah.
And it's almost like, throughout the entire season, everyone was talking about how there was little drop-off between the two. I'm sitting there thinking, like, this guy's not even close. He's not even close. Deshaun Watson was a generational type of college football player with not only how talented and skilled that he was, how big and fast and strong he was, but how much of a leader he was, the intangibles that he possessed don't come around hardly at all. I've probably seen it maybe 3 times in my life watching college football. Probably in him and Tim Tebow and maybe
college Vince Young?
And maybe Vince Young. Like, it just does not come around very often. And so when people are like surprised that Kelly Bryant didn't play as well, okay, well, he's not Deshaun Watson, and nor was he ever going to be.
I also think people thought because Alabama lost to their rival Auburn on the road, one game all year, and they didn't play much, that all of a sudden they just weren't the Alabama that we know. But as we saw, Alabama is Alabama.
I thought that was hilarious. Last night on Twitter, all the people who were bashing the committee for having put Alabama in, the committee put the best 4 teams in the country in the playoff. Okay, and the people who were bashing them for putting Alabama in are now, like, their narrative changed from being Alabama's not one of the 4 best teams and, I can't believe they put Alabama in. It's like, how can you argue that they were one of the best 4 teams in the country when they're now going to play for another national championship? Like, how are those 2 thoughts connected in your mind that they shouldn't have belonged in the playoff, but yet they might win another title? That just was completely baffling to me. There were so many people, most of that worked for FS1, the Joel Klass, the Danny Cannells of the world, that were just, I just can't handle those guys.
Yeah, boy, Danny Cannell.
I love to tweet at him because there's no doubt that the only reason he tweets half the things he does is to get reaction, and they get reaction.
Does he ever respond to your tweets back?
He responds every once in a while.
He's
too scared.
I see you.
You're too scared, Danny.
I literally unfollowed Danny Cannell because I said anything worth reading, Bubba will quote tweet.
It's true.
So
I mean, he's one of these conspiracy theorists, like this is all a farce. This college football playoff is garbage. They're just biased towards the SEC. I thought the best 4 teams, and the majority of people I feel like think the best 4 teams got in the playoff, and that's the ultimate goal of this committee. Thank you for watching this video. If you'd like to see more videos like this, subscribe to our YouTube channel. We release new videos throughout the week, or you can follow us on Twitter, Instagram, or you can email us at thesportsroomtalkshow@gmail.com. Make sure you subscribe. Watch more videos just like this one.